In Dubai, all education is paid. Essentially, we found a school near where we live. We stay in Arabian Ranches. There is a gem school that is a bit cheaper than the one that we're going to go for, but we have visited that school. Another reason why it's difficult to recommend specific schools because everyone's got different budgets as well. You're paying the same amount for all your children to go to private school in Dubai as you did for just the twins to go to nursery. Dubai is a multicultural place. What's up, guys? It's the Monago family, Monago family, Monago family, I'm Uche, Monago family dad.
Charmaine, Monago family mum.
And yeah, hope you guys are all good. It's been a while since we've done the Monago family,
It is.
Yeah?
Feels good.
Feels good?
Yeah.
Feels good to be back home from hospital. Guys, thank you for all the love you showed me as well. I feel, and us rather, feel like we're getting into a routine now.
Yeah.
If you're new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe so you join a family. And why wouldn't you want to join a family like this?
I did a silly face.
So look, don't forget to subscribe so you join the family. Don't forget to give this vlog a big like. Appreciate you. The likes keep our channel alive. Subscribe to the notification bell so you know when we post. Welcome to all our new subscribers as well. The channel is growing and we appreciate you guys. Appreciate the love you guys are showing us. And welcome to the family here on YouTube. So this vlog was just like a quick vlog.
Yeah.
We wanted to give you guys an update on our finding a school journey, essentially. Because we get a lot of questions on this as well, and this is an area which is so important to a lot of people. Well, just important, isn't it? Your kids' education is important.
Yeah.
And it's just an area that we get a lot of questions on as well. So we want to give you an update on that as well, just so you know what's happening. Just for those who've joined us new and who haven't kind of kept up with the story so far, when we originally moved to Dubai, our kids were actually being homeschooled.
Yeah.
So we didn't actually have any intention to send them to school in Dubai. It's just that things changed when we got here. They said they wanted to go back to school and we kind of changed our plans a bit.
Yeah.
I had always been working on our other business as well as our social media. Mummy had been doing mainly social media and supporting me mentally with the other business as well. But she actually decided to come, we decided that she'll come back into the business and work on it as I am, essentially. So we both work two things now, which is the social media and the business. And then the kids also said they wanted to go back to school. So essentially, that's how we end up in the situation when they're in school.
Yeah.
Right? For us, when they said they wanted to homeschool, it was a choice that they put forward to us. And they negotiated with us and said they want to do homeschooling. And so we were happy to do it. We did it for a while. It was great. But we decided that school was right for us. If you want to find out more about this, go back to our channel and watch the homeschool fail vlog. That explains it in a bit more detail. And in terms of like the beginning of the journey of finding a Dubai school, don't forget to watch Finding a Dubai School Part 1 and Finding a Dubai School Part 2. Okay, deep breath after all that information. And we'll get into where we are now.
Yeah.
Yeah? All good? Have I missed anything out?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. All right, cool. So look, we sent our kids to a school in Dubai and the price of it was good value, really. And the ethos of the school that was put across to us anyway seemed pretty good. And it seemed pretty right. Unfortunately, we're not happy with the school.
No.
And it's not quite what they kind of pitched to us, really. In fact, it's quite far off. So we have decided that we're going to change them.
Yeah.
We're hoping to do it this Easter, but it is a bit more expensive than the school that they're currently at right now.
Yeah.
So we're trying to build up to it, essentially. For those watching us all around the world or new to the channel, in Dubai, all education is paid. There's no free education, unless you're a local, I guess, I think.
It may be, or I think, I'm actually not sure how the local authority schools, not the local authority schools, but the schools work here.
For locals, for Emiratis, yeah.
Potentially, I think maybe if you speak Arabic as your first language, maybe there's an option. Because I did see someone, on one of my reality TV shows that I watch, her child goes to a non-private school.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she goes to a non-private school, but her child does speak Arabic as the first language, because that's the first language they do teach in those classrooms. In those schools, sorry. So, but I don't know. I don't want to speak on what I don't know.
But for us expats,
have a look,
which is kind of the majority of the people that watch our channel,
Yeah.
and for people who have come from our situation, there isn't free school in Dubai.
No.
So it's paid. We found the school that we think we're going to send our children to.
Yeah.
And we're going to answer some questions that you guys have, or the main question that you guys have asked, which is, just guidance on finding the right school and any recommendations and so forth. We try not to give specific recommendations to people because it's different. It is really different. All the schools are different. The school that you're going to go to depends on your personal needs.
Yeah.
And we try to give you advice, or not really advice, but we try to speak from, I guess could be considered advice actually, sometimes. But we talk from we just share our journey with you, and we share the good, the bad, and the medium. Good, bad, medium. Good, bad, ugly. Good, bad, medium. Yeah, so we share that with you. So essentially, we found a school near where we live. We stay in Arabian Ranches. Arabian Ranches.
That's it.
We're going to say which one. We stay in Arabian Ranches.
I know some of you already know where, some of you know.
Where we stay, yeah.
I know some of you figured it out.
Where we live, yeah. But essentially,
some of you actually moved here, actually.
Some of you have.
Yeah.
Some of you have moved here.
But yeah.
So yeah, we stay in Arabian Ranches, and basically, there's a school near us here, which we found. It is a GEM school.
Yeah.
With a British curriculum. British curriculum is important to us because we've come from Britain.
Yeah.
Essentially, it's more money. We went to the school visit open day. We've been there twice.
Yeah.
And from what we can see, it's amazing. It's amazing. Why is it amazing?
I mean, it's just, I think firstly, like Uche said, the British curriculum was important. And then also all the teachers are British trained. So again, that I don't know how massively important that is or not to us, but I just feel like if you are going to teach a British curriculum, I do think it's important that you are British trained. Just if you're going to teach an American curriculum or an Indian curriculum, I do think that's important. Now for us, that's amazing for us, obviously. Our children have come from a British school with British trained teachers. So that for them is, if that was probably their first school, it would have been easier for them to settle in, if I'm honest with you, but it wasn't. But going there, it's just amazing. When you go there, you feel, it just feels more, I don't know, what's the word to say?
It feels a lot more closer to what we're used to.
Closer to what we're used to and what we know. Yeah, I mean, very, very close, yeah.
The facilities in the school are unbelievable. They've even got, they've got like top quality gyms, sports hall, top quality sports hall, football, AstroTurf outside, loads of amazing sports facilities, pool in there. I was going to come to the farm, and even like a farm. And now you're going to figure out what school it is now. Yeah. But, which school our kids are going to go to.
I think quite a few schools, like really good ones, some of them have farms.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So there's goats in the school. And I just said when we were going around, I said like my school didn't have a goat.
Yeah. I mean, it's a little farm. It's not like you're going to see a zebra in there. It's just like little goats and a little pond and
So they're offering a really enriching education,
which is nice
to the children. Yeah. We're blown away by the school. And we're working really, really hard to try and get them into that school as soon as, and to get them out of their school. Some of the questions that people have asked are basically, a lot of people have touched on, are the schools multicultural and so forth. That's one of the questions that you asked, and people have asked for school recommendations. Okay, we don't want to recommend specific schools because we can only talk about schools that we've been to and that we're going to and what we've personally experienced, and we can give you that full seal of approval once we've gone there or we've experienced something. I mean, kids' schools is also always something that we try to keep slightly anonymous, if I'm going to be honest with you. Yeah. So I know a lot of people ask us specifically what school is it exactly, but because we're obviously on social media, we try to keep it slightly anonymous for obvious safety reasons or whatever the case is. But we can give you kind of general advice from our experiences and hopefully give you some information without actually saying the exact school. Yeah. I'm sure if you really wanted to dig deep and find that out, you could probably find it out. Yeah. But we'll leave that to you. So basically, the schools that we think have a certain standard. Yeah. The GEM schools. Yeah, so GEMs is of a good standard, I would say. GEMs have a certain standard. They do, yeah. People have got mixed views on them on certain cases, but I think overall the GEMs have a certain standard. Within the GEMs group, some GEM schools are better than others. There is a GEM school that is a bit cheaper than the one that we're going to go for. Yeah. But we have visited that school, we visited this school, and we just feel that this one is better. Yeah. And so for us, it's worth spending that extra bit. But then there's GEM schools above the price of this one, which go way into the sky in terms of price. As in way into the sky. Like the sky. Way into the sky. Don't know where that came from. Way into the sky. Really, but look, there's like another reason why it's difficult to recommend specific schools, because everyone's got different budgets as well. Which is what you mentioned earlier. It is the budget, because if someone actually said to me, oh look, I've got this budget, then I may be able to even say, do you know what, we visited 1, 2 and 3, and this, that's what I could potentially do. But without even that,
it's hard to say.
It's difficult, yeah.
You have to kind of figure out what you want to spend, or have a look at the schools, go online, have a look at how much schools cost and the range of the schools, and figure out what you can actually spend depending on how many children you have, because we have 4 children, so we have to budget based on 4 children anyway. Some people may have 1 or 2, so you have to go by that. And then I think in terms of like multicultural, again, multicultural is specific to the individual, because you know, some people, I don't know, everyone considers multicultural as quite different as well.
Yeah, so to add to that, like, all right, one person might say, okay, I mean, yes, all right, you know, if we're going to be general, yes, multicultural can be multicultural, fine. But look, okay, somebody might be asking you specifically, how many black kids are there in the school? You know, specifically.
Which we've had these questions, you know, because we're a black family.
Of course,
so I haven't had that question.
I'm being honest with you, I don't want to be rude, but I haven't got out a pen and gone in a visitation and counted how many black children are in each class.
It's difficult.
I haven't done that, we wouldn't send our children to a school where there's not a good amount of black people, because we just don't want our children to be singled out as the only black children. No. If that makes sense. Yeah. Now, Dubai is a multicultural place.
It's probably more different to, like, how would you compare multicultural here to the UK? I find it slightly different because multicultural in the UK, all the children, even though they are, you know, of different nationalities, they're all British. When you go to now,
it's multicultural and they come from different parts of the world.
So it's still different.
Yeah,
it's different cultures. So it makes it even more difficult.
Or the majority are British in the UK. And then you get, a few, that makes sense.
Yeah, so it's...
That makes sense,
This is just something that's quite new for us, because even though, you know, you can have loads of black children, for example, in Myra and Safira's school, for example, the children that have come from there that haven't even come from the UK. So that sometimes the kids don't even relate. You know, you just think, oh yeah, because there's another black child, they're going to relate. They may not necessarily relate in that way anyway. Instantly. Because yes, the skin colour may, but it's just, they've got different cultures and they've come from different places. So Dubai is different from that perspective anyway. So it just really depends. I mean, we've gone for a British school with British trained teachers. So naturally, there's going to be a high majority of British families classes in that school anyway, which is what we really want from a multicultural perspective. That's what we're looking for.
Not like when you said high majority. So what you mean is like high percentage. So it's not like they have to go to a school where all of them are British. That's
no. That's not
we just want a reasonable amount of people that they can identify with.
Yes.
For us, again, we're raising our. You know, we're in Dubai, right? So we're not in Africa. So obviously, if you were in Africa, then there's going to be lots of black children in the class. But you know, we know where we live, and you know, for us, it's not really important to us that there's loads of black children in the school. Because we are raising our children to be, you know, embracing of all cultures and so forth, but we just want them to feel valued and respected, essentially, and their culture to be respected, as should everyone else's culture be respected. You know, London, where we came from, was a very multicultural city, so it's not very different to that in terms of our expectation. Another point to mention though, and this was supposed to be a quick vlog actually, but it's going a bit longer, so we'll try and wrap up shortly. So another point to mention as well, for us, like, you've got some people who are moving over here who have come from private school. So obviously, if you're paying for private school in the UK or America or wherever you come from, and you're paying for private education, and you're in a private education system, your expectations of what you're going to pay here are going to be different to ours. Because our children were in mainstream school, so there are some schools which are free in the UK. Well, they're not actually free, and for those watching from not the UK, you pay tax, and then the government uses your tax to pay for the school, and then it feels like it's free, but it's not free. So there are schools which are government schools, and our children attended one of those schools, and they were very, it was a really good school. Well, Myra and Safira did. The twins' nurseries you have to pay for in the UK, and they're expensive in the UK as well. So the twins were still at nursery age, which we were paying for. And what is really interesting as well, my mum said this to me the other day. My mum said to me the other day, you're paying the same amount for all your children to go to private school in Dubai as you did for just the twins to go to nursery.
To go to private nursery,
and
that was a reality check.
And I was like, whoa.
And the standard of that school that we're going to send them to
is amazing.
Is above expectations for me personally. It's really, really nice. Really, really good. Sorry. The fact that all 4 of them. I mean, the prices do go up. By the way, I don't mean it. I forgot.
Yeah, they do go up slightly. Go up. So just before you come to that point, though, so just to kind of, so we're not going over. Sorry, which is a fast flowing conversation. We're talking really fast today, aren't we? Wow, this is like
trying to get it all out.
Yeah, mad fast.
Trying to get it all out.
So the point is, look.
No, he's making. By the way, when he said that, he's pointing at me. He's saying that I'm moving too fast.
Nah, I wasn't. I'm saying me too. I'm saying me too. It's interesting. You know what? The conversation is interesting, and there's more to it than I thought.
No, do you know what? There's probably a part 4 to this, if I'm honest with you, because there is a lot to cover.
There's a part 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
There's a lot to cover, actually. Okay, when we're talking about it, I think it's a small chat, but then a lot of things keep opening.
They go into different areas.
Yeah, as we're talking. So yeah.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
So and someone said to us as well, commented on us on our video earlier, one of the trolls. Oh, by the way, the information in this vlog could have been condensed into just 5 minutes without all the banter and the fun.
Rest of it's just banter.
Listen, my friend, we are here to enjoy ourselves.
And have fun.
Okay, it's a
family
channel. Are you paying
us to be here? No.
It's a family channel.
Hello.
It's a family channel.
I know.
And we're having fun.
Nice.
If you don't like it, see yourself out.
The door's there.
Other channels,
the door
there's
is
other
there.
places.
The door's there. This is just not a straight up information channel. We have a relationship with the people that follow us and subscribe to us, and we want to have that relationship with them, and we love you guys, and we hope you love us back. And if you're just visiting just to take the information, that's fine. That's fine, but don't need to be rude about it.
And you
just take the info, and don't need to be rude about it to that person that decides to write that.
Yeah.
And I don't normally comment onto these people.
I know.
I normally just leave them, but I just thought I'd mention it because we're having a bit of fun bantering.
And I just
remembered. Anyway, let's go back. Should we go back?
Yeah, we go back.
Let's go back. So basically, for us, we came from a normal school in the UK. Because we don't pay tax here in the way we pay it in the UK, then for us it's justified to then pay for school and pay for healthcare, etc. So we've commented on this in our other vlogs. So watch the other vlogs to kind of see a bit more of a breakdown on how that works out. Yeah. If that makes sense. Yeah? All good?
Yep.
And then you were coming to the other point. I forget it now.
I was just saying the prices do change again, so you need to check that as well. The prices, some schools, as it goes into secondary, it does go up a bit. It doesn't go up drastically, but it does go up, a little bit. But another thing to mention as well about GEM schools, which I remembered, GEM schools, a really good thing about them, I realised when I was searching, they have different, obviously our one we're in is a British curriculum. I saw they had an Indian curriculum. I saw they had an American curriculum school as well. They have different curriculum schools as well, so check them out too. For those different, depending on what you're looking for your child, they do have that. But GEMS is of a good standard. There are other amazing schools as well that are not in the GEMS group, but this is just a school we decided to go for, the one that we have chosen because it just works well for us.
And look, we can't go to every school in Dubai.
Can't.
So at some point, you have to make a decision, and this is going to be based on where you live. Yeah. We chose to live in a place where we had good access to a good amount of schools.
Yeah.
And then we picked a school we're trying to get into this school which is close to us. So all of these factors come into play in terms of where you want to live and so forth and so forth.
It does depend. One more thing that I just remembered also is when we found this specific school, I had found this school a long time ago. And then it just wasn't in our budget, in all honesty, when we first moved into Dubai anyway. I found it a long time ago, I saw it. And then what happened is when we moved to Arabian Ranches, I'm part of all the community groups. And the community groups are absolutely amazing because they were able to recommend, even though I really liked this school, I was then able to ask so many mums who already have their children in this school, and they were like, just tick, 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 tick. School's amazing, my kid loves it, my child loves it, my child loves it. So another thing you'll find with Dubai is once you are here, Google's not great. I'm going to be honest with you. Everything in Dubai works on word of mouth and recommendation. And you'll find that if you're coming to live here, which I think is amazing anyway, because direct referrals for things I think are the best anyway. Sometimes Google does not give you accuracy. Sometimes you'll get someone who's just really angry with a school, and that takes away all the good in a school, for example. So I feel like when people, I've seen probably a good 10 mums that have messaged in our group and said, look, the school's amazing. So I think from that's peace of mind for us as parents to have these mums say, do you know what? This school is amazing. So again, that's another thing that you kind of have to work to do if you come to Dubai. Whatever community you get yourself in that community, because it isn't something I did initially, if I'm honest with you, because we were trying to settle in. But if you get yourself in a position where you go to community straight away and you're planning to live in a community, some people may not. Obviously, we're in a community, and a lot of people we speak to say they want to move to a community. So
and I would strongly advise living in a community, by the way.
Too. Yeah, I would also.
This is part of the reason we came here. It is a gated community that we live in, and it's amazing.
It's just amazing. Check out our other vlogs, you'll see where we live. You'll check that. But before we start talking about something else, but if you do live in a community, you'll find that there's a community group pretty much I think in all these communities where, for example, I'm in a mums group. There's also a general community group that me and Uche are also part of here as well. But the mums group, us ladies, we talk a lot. So in the mums group, obviously this is where I found out all the stuff about the schools where, mothers take their children, and that just helped with us saying, great, now we're going to take our kids to this school because, so many children, we loved it anyway of our own accord, but they were able. So yeah, that's another important thing I would say.
Yeah, definitely. You can do a lot of research. I mean, to be honest with you, if I'm going to be completely honest, before we moved, we didn't have people like us making videos like this that we could watch regularly.
Not to have big heads, it's honestly the truth.
Yeah, and it's not a plug. It isn't a plug.
We didn't see it.
We just didn't have it.
No.
So I guess if you're thinking of coming over here, and if you're not thinking of coming over here and you just watch us because you watch us, which is great too, because we love you guys too.
Yeah.
You have this information here.
Yeah.
So essentially, you get to know a lot when you get here.
Yeah.
You can watch these videos and so forth, but if you're thinking of coming over, you'll get to know a lot when you get here.
You get on the ground,
essentially,
Yeah.
And so, I just hope we are thinking about our other audience, the people who are not just thinking of moving to Dubai,
No, I think we are. Do you know why? A lot of people who are not moving to Dubai, we get a lot of messages like, you know what, I'm not moving to Dubai, but I just love watching you. I'm inspired by watching you.
Yeah, so we love you guys too.
Yeah,
so if we go off into a tangent
Yeah.
and we're just talking to the people
Just
who are
keep
thinking of moving to Dubai,
Yeah.
we love you guys too,
Yeah.
and we are showing you our life and our journey for you guys too as
Yeah.
well. But guys, we hope you enjoyed this vlog.
Yes.
It was a bit more than a short vlog in the end.
I think because we've been off for a while as well, so we had
Do you know
so
what it
much
is?
to
It's
talk
because
about.
you're just so beautiful, darling. And I love, anytime I sit down on the couch with you, darling, I just, I just love talking with you.
Do you know? I'm not saying anything. He's always trying to butter me up on the camera. Always
I
trying
butter you
to
off camera and on camera.
He's trying to butter me up on the camera. Ask him what he wants, isn't it?
Oh my God!
Oh,
Ask him what he wants.
okay. Thank you for watching, guys.
Peace.
Peace out.
Family, without the family,